It was not a let's put this one in the Louvre for the Chiefs offense at all. And they couldn't get in the end zone until what seemed like after the 15th time getting there. You know who their MVP was last night? Harrison Butker was their MVP last night. The kicker had a 60-yarder. And then you go to this. When I start the show off being like, look, their special teams were really good last night.
Yeah. Where's Kyle? He would love that you're showing a field goal
Literally
right now.
the first thing I'm talking about, field goal, but he hit 4 of them. And then, this wasn't pretty. Well, is it not pretty, or is it the prettiest thing in the world if you're Jason McCourty or the thousands of players who have played defense in the history of the game? 82 passing yards allowed in an NFL game. 82 passing yards. How about 8 points allowed in an NFL game to Sean Payton offense? 4 sacks, 3 takeaways. Chris Jones was all over the field. And I know it doesn't make for fancy highlights showing defensive linemen play to start a show, but Russ had nowhere to go. Jones was everywhere. He showed why he's worth every penny. He was
That's
great.
That's no slouch. That's McGlinchey right there.
I know. Well, that's a big, I don't know if he's on a slouch. It's a big free agent signing. I don't know if if he's been anything more than a slouch this year. The entire Denver Broncos offense has left a lot to be desired. Some guys made a lot of money this offseason from the Broncos. Let's see if they can start stepping up. We watched his game, and it was so one-sided on one side of the ball. The Chiefs just absolutely dominated. And then Trent McDuffie puts the game away. I said before the season he was my breakout player from defensive side of the ball for the Chiefs, and when they needed him most, there he was. Absolute showcase for that Chiefs defense. They beat the Lions. They lose to the Lions 21-20, and they're like, well, the offense couldn't get going for the Lions. Lions have been amazing on offense ever since. Maybe the Chiefs defense is really good. You go through all these games. This offense just, the Chiefs defense played well. No, Chiefs defense might be pulling the team along right now. They might be the ones carrying the Chiefs offense, and we know that offense will get there. But it wasn't last night, and special teams and defense got it done. And guess what? As you said, 5-1 doesn't matter.
You know what's so crazy? We watch this Chiefs offense, and our expectations are so high for what we want them to do and what we know they're capable of doing, especially with Patrick Mahomes as a quarterback. The Chiefs had 389 total yards on offense last night, and we're looking at the game and we're like, like who else is going to do something? Just 389 yards. They moved the ball up and down the field. When they got in the red zone, that's where we saw the struggle. We saw the interception and the highlight by Patrick Mahomes. But as I'm watching the game, specifically the first half, and I've been out there on the field, I've had to cover this guy. Travis Kelce. It's just unbelievable how talented he is. And like I said, there's so much that goes on. You're talking about Taylor Swift, you're talking about commercials, you're talking about Pfizer, you're talking about all these different things, Saturday Night Live. But when the lights turn on and it is time to play football, he is unbelievable. And I said it, 9 targets, 9 catches. At some point, you go into this game, and throughout the season...
This is the one I love. Wait. Okay, sorry. Go.
By all means, you're excited. You see Travis Kelce out there.
I want to see the lateral.
See the yellow.
The yellow cleats, for me, that's what does it.
The lateral goes into the questionable calls that Colleen said. It's 1st and 10, and we're doing a lateral for 13 yards.
Come on now.
I don't get. Save that.
Mahomes said afterwards that the lateral was completely unscripted, was not part of the play. It was improvised. I can't believe I haven't seen the. He throws it to Noah Gray, another tight end, 3 yards away.
But it looks so planned.
He said that they do it in practice. That Kelce doesn't practice all the time, and they thought that it's a joke.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Andy Reid is so fun. That's the expectation. Even for themselves, they're like, yeah, we can do a lateral on 1st and 10 because we'll be all right. But watching these two connect is just so fun to watch because they don't miss a beat. Travis Kelce ankles, he's fine. Tape it up. I'm ready to go. So you watch this and you're looking, you're saying, all right, if I'm the Broncos defense, I'm coming in. They played so much better last night of forcing them to not score in the red zone. But let's not let Travis Kelce beat us. Force one of these other guys on the outside to make enough plays to go out there and try to beat us. But they didn't do that last night. And yes, the offense wasn't as good as we expected to be, but 389 yards, Travis Kelce to Mahomes, that connection, still a viable one.
Let's see that lateral because that was there were so many times where Andy Reid got a little too cute, especially on a short week, but here it is right here. Okay, cool.
It's unscripted?
Unscripted. They run it in practice, and he saw him and did it. So you can say it's Andy, but a lot of times it's just Travis getting to the open spot and doing what he feels. And he's done this in playoff games where there's been fumbles because of it. He does his own thing out there, and sometimes it's a little risky. This one worked.
Well, they've definitely used that type of pitch speed option on the 2-point plays. We've seen Kelce play quarterback like that, so this is not the first time he's ever done that. But that's one of those plays where coaches go, no, what are you doing? No, yes, okay, good job.
With the chains.
Change of tune right there. But I think when you just look at, they didn't score as many points as everybody would like. They didn't have as many yards. This team is still fun to watch, and it's because of what Travis Kelce does. There was even a play last night where Kirk Herbstreit was talking about how he's telling Mahomes, go right here. He runs a route, and the linebacker's sitting right on him, and he points to tell Mahomes, no, go hit it to the running back. I'm covered. You know, pointing right there, like he's helping Mahomes out. Like that's how locked in Kelce is, and that's how smart he is as a football player. Like, look, he's an unbelievable athlete, and he's tough. He's battling through all this. But right here, boom, he sits down. The linebacker is basically, playing one-on-one basketball with him, and he's pointing over to Mahomes. So I think the intelligence, the football intelligence, the FBI, if you will, of Travis Kelce is really what is astounding and why he's so much better than every other player out there on the field. I think the other guy that pops out at me is my man Pop. Isaiah Pacheco for the Chiefs is such a spark plug. And I think anytime you have a guy like that on a short week playing, hey, Thursday Night Football is tough for players, a quick turnaround. When you have a guy like that has that zest and that burst, it's infectious. And everybody starts to feed off of it. So you've got Kelce over there doing his thing. Pat's doing his thing. But Pacheco he's the one that's stirring this offense right now emotionally and from a fire plug standpoint. Dragging guys, wearing guys down.
Helmet comes off. They're like, you gotta get off the field. You don't want to leave.
He doesn't care. He'll play without the helmet. He's from Jersey. He's a South Jersey boy. He's not scared. Plus, he's a Scarlet Knight, so we got to give him his props.
Love Rutgers.
But I think what's fascinating to me is how physical the Chiefs' offense is with Pacheco, with some of their offensive linemen. I mean, you look at Creed Humphrey, what he's doing up there. You look at Big Trey. He's mauling guys. Like, this offensive line has really become physical, and I don't think we talk enough about them. Yes, I'm a former lineman talking about them.
No, dude, it's great.
They're running the ball.
Like, we're always worried about outside the numbers. No, like, they're playing smash-mouth football up front, and it's fun to watch.
Yeah, that first half for Kelce and Pacheco was unbelievable for them. They were just, like, crushing everyone. But I do want to talk to, and we'll talk about it next hour, just a little bit, some props to the Broncos defense, because yesterday we discussed how they could take a step in the right direction, and the defense and Vance Joseph, they definitely did in this game. So don't worry, Broncos fans. I don't know if you're watching today or not. Tough night, tough season.
I think Broncos fans are just kind of used to this, right? Like, they've lost 16 straight to the Chiefs.
Right.
That's unbelievable.
They did lose by 11 points last night. We're patting them on the back. So
Exactly.
Hey,
this seems like a positive, guys. Something to build on.
Hey,
next year, a proud
16
franchise.
straight. Mahomes has never lost to him.
It's crazy.
they should trade for like a coach or something. That would
Good point. All right, let's get